Welcome back, Robin. Been a while since we last had a chat.
Yeah, Doc, it's been a little while, but I needed to talk to you about something.
Alrighty, what's on your mind?
Well, as I've said on my own channel, I've suffered from depression and insomnia. I've been trying to think about what's wrong with me.
Would you have any examples?
Well, most of my nightmares involve my friends, I guess you could say, being lost. Either they die because of my inability to act or just leaving for no reason, just like everyone else.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that you've been dragged down by these fears. I would guess you've been focusing a lot on those who are no longer a part of your life as of late? Memories that keep coming back to mind?
I guess you could say that. Most of my life, I'd tell people about my problem thinking I could trust them, but every time I decided to let them know, it'd go along the lines of, "Sorry, Robin, I don't think I can be around you anymore. Tell me if you get better." And then, I'd never see him again.
And this has left you feeling stuck, as it were? This fear of telling others about your deepest worries will lead to abandonment, and perhaps you've even been encouraging yourself to simply lock these feelings away so you don't have to talk about them?
Exactly. It's been a semi-good strategy to never open up to people, and it worked for a while. Nobody knew my problem, no one ever left me. But then I joined the reviewing community, and suddenly I was thrust into a group filled with amazing people who want to make sure I'm okay, like Golden Fox, Keyframe, Ellie, even you, Doc. So now I'm in this state of being afraid they'll leave me, so I end up having nightmares about what would happen if they did.
So it has been quite a long time then, since you felt ready to open up to anyone like you used to? All because you're worried about any possible negative consequences?
I'd say probably 3 months with the most recent set of nightmares, all about abandonment. Around the time that I had my panic attack that almost ended, let's just say badly, with Key, Golden Fox, and everyone else having to calm me down afterwards. Before then, most nightmares I had were just about people reacting to my own death, but now, I'm more scared of losing everyone I open up to.
Hmm. I can't say there's going to be a quick and easy answer here, Robin, simply because I can't know what you'd want to say and whom you'd say it to. Not everyone wants to draw in emotional turmoil and try to make someone else feel better. And yet, even when someone does make that offer, it would be unwise to offload all your deeply rooted feelings at once. However, at the same time, your nightmares will more than likely continue to worsen if you keep all this turmoil bottled up. So, I would suggest we find a means to slowly build up your self-confidence while also easing off all these walls you've set up around yourself. And to do that, I'd like to ask whether you've ever written any of your personal thoughts into, say, a journal, something you can return to at a later time and look back over your previous struggles.
Well, besides my public DeviantArt stuff, which gives me a chance to look at what was going on at the time, I do keep a personal log of every time I have one of these nightmares. Generally, rereading these moments, I'll admit it, I scare myself. It seems like everything's getting worse, and I'm scared if I can make it or not. But, in a way, it's bizarrely comforting looking at my old nightmares. Maybe I've gone crazy.
Let's focus here, Robin. It's good to look back and see what's changing and when, but I'd also like to know whether you are asking questions and looking within yourself for answers. You mentioned that you feel a bit helpless, unable to change your fears and even hiding part of yourself away. But where are your efforts to strive towards a goal? In what way are you challenging yourself to change for the future?
Honestly, the way I can keep myself from feeling helpless is by working on other content. I mean, it sounds generic, but when I have something I can focus all of my energy toward, I don't feel like I'm going to be left again. I don't feel like it's all been for nothing. So I guess the way I'm trying to achieve my goal of getting better is to just keep making things, keep making other people laugh.
A good start, and I can certainly relate to keeping busy as a means of putting aside depressing feelings. It can be rather effective, but you still need a way of overcoming your deeper struggles in the long term, or finding ways to turn those weaknesses into great strengths. Writing your thoughts every now and then and challenging yourself to find solutions is a helpful step. Slowly working your way into talking to others without overwhelming them at the first opportunity can be even more effective over time. Because bottling up your deepest turmoil and refusing to find any kind of outlet through work, hobbies, friends, family, or even professional therapy will absolutely drain your self-worth in the long term. You need to find something, even if it's small at first, that you can tell yourself, I'm going to take steps towards this goal starting today. You may not know how at first, but the more you try to ignore it, the more it will affect you in unexpected ways. Granted, one should not attempt to put all their daily focus on curing their own ills, as putting aside one's own needs and focusing on uplifting others can do wonders for your sense of self. But for now, I'd recommend that you find a way to open up to someone who's willing to listen for a time. Baby steps at first. Come up with one question you'd like some help on and be willing to listen twice as much as you want to talk. Since focusing on understanding others before being understood will help someone be more willing to give back. Does that make sense to you, Robin?
Yeah, Doc, yeah, it does. I really need to try more when it comes to being able to talk to people. I know I can't live my entire life being afraid to tell others that I have a problem because of what might happen. And that's what I keep doing. I need to stop at looking at everyone as being a potential risk for leaving me when it all comes down to the end. That's that's not living. It's trying to survive and not being able to. I need to take that advice to heart. Thanks for meeting again, Doc. Hope it wasn't too much trouble to tell you any of this.
It's challenging at times, and even I have limits to how much I can and should take in all at once. But we really shouldn't be looking for what's easy in life. We should be looking for what's worthwhile. I can keep trying to push myself to step outside of my comfort zone every now and then, and occasionally I can find something new about myself that I never even thought possible. I hope you can do the same, Robin. Shall we continue on this next week?
Yeah, Doc. I'll talk to you next week. I gotta go and talk to a few people. I'll see you then.
Take care, Robin, and best of luck to you. It's good to be helping.